a sort of bonus video, I'm going to show you how to make a data package that has multiple files in it. And I think this is a great strength of the format because I think a lot of you have data that needs to be split into separate tables, and data package gives you a great way of keeping those tables separate but documenting them all in one place, which I find very satisfying because a lot of biological projects, that is the most logical way to store the data. So we're going to just practice that really quickly. I'm going to make a little fake CSV file in my raw data, in my data folder. I'm going to leave it actually in the top level to keep things simple. I'm going to go, just going to write a CSV straight in RStudio. So I'm going to go new file, text file. I'm going to call this guy continent CSV, and I'm going to call it continent size. And it's going to be, let's see, let's look at Gapminder's continent data and see how many continents there are. Gapminder continent unique. Asia, Europe, Africa, Americas, Oceania. Okay, let's see. Asia is huge. Europe, small. Africa, big. The Americas, also big. And as continents go, Oceania is tiny. All right, so obviously this is silly, but I just want to have a very simple CSV file that I can read into R. So I'm going to save that as continents.csv. Of course, I'm going to read it in. Reads in just fine. Oh, oddly with an unusual X. Ah, that's because they all end in commas. All right, I'm just going to delete that. Okay. All right, great. So now I can read this in, and I can be like continent sizes. All right. So now I have a little tiny data frame called continent sizes, which just has 5 lines and it tells you how big the continents are. So this is a silly example of the kind of data I know some people in the class might have, where you say, about every experimental unit, I have this data, about every lake or every stream, I have this data, and here is information about animals or samples taken within those units. So you have 2 levels of information. You might want to split that into 2 separate tables, and here's how you do that. So we've got 2 tables. I want to put both into the same data package. How do I do it? Exactly the way I did up here. Data package write. So I'm going to keep that in the screen. Make it a bit bigger though so you can see. Push this down. There we go. Okay, now. So I'm going to go data pkg write. I'm going to pass in the new continent sizes, and the path is going to be to the same Gapminder data package. Now this points into a folder where a data package already exists. Watch what happens in the Git window when I run this line. So it looks an awful lot like something was added and something was changed. Let's look. So I've got now, move my own video down here. So now inside Gapminder data package, I've got the same 2 folders, data and the data package JSON file. Inside data though, continent sizes has now appeared. And inside data package JSON, let's look how it's changed. There's now a whole other section added on the end, which describes the continent sizes CSV. And it has the same information about each column in that new data set as we had in the previous one. So now I can go ahead and edit this to include whatever other information I'd like to have about continent sizes. And then the whole thing just ships together. And when I read it in, remember how I got that list? Now the list is going to have 2 parts. I will just show you quickly what that looks like. So if I go here and go data package read, I'm going to just copy these lines down for the sake of speed. So now when I read the Gapminder package and read it back in. I'm going to look at structure of this new two-part data frame. I've got continent sizes and the Gapminder data as two separate parts of that list. So I can go, I'm going to call this, oops, there it is. I'm going to go Gapminder dpackage $data, the Gapminder data. Remember that was the name I gave it? There's Gapminder. Or I can go Gapminder dpackage $data, continent sizes. Voila. So there you have two packages or two data sets stored in the same big list, which is all written with one command, read data table or read data package.